Gielinor, the magical world of RuneScape. It's divided into chunks for easy use. Welcome to Chunkman Dead Die Kill, the series where I conquer the landmass of Gielinor by doing tasks and unlocking chunks. Last episode we completed 2 tasks for 2 chunks. Those tasks were killing another 150 giant mole for a total of 250, which was the last task for the giant mole. And the other task was completing another 25 easy treasure trails for a total of 250 easy caskets opened. Our map expanded with the upper part of the tar swamp of Fossil Island and the trouble brewing lobby on Moslo Harmless. Today we start off just before trying our first grotesque guardian skill after obtaining the brittle key from gargoyles. Here at the top of the Slayer Tower we have our brittle key to open the gate to the entrance of the roof here. But first of all, let's see what we brought. So this is going to be a hybrid setup. We brought a medhelm, a rune medhelm, a rune chain body, because those aren't impacting our ranged accuracy. Then we have the blue d'hide chaps, the blue d'hide shield, our rune crossbow of course, our broad bolts, an Eva's accumulator, the red spiky van braces, and our new adamant boots, which will give us a nice defense boost. And otherwise a ring of life just to make sure that we don't die in here. For the rest we have a super set with us, some prayer potions, a switch to the dragon longsword together with the dragon defender and our fire cape, and then just pretty much our second best food. I didn't bring the potatoes as we were only going to do 1 kill, so hopefully this is enough. We did have to waste the space for the nose peg here because we have to walk through some aberrant specters to get here. First up, let's unlock the gate to the roof. There we go. We don't have the key anymore now, but now we can go through. And this is going to be the arena to defeat the gargoyle bosses. So we have 2 stoned plinths here, one with dawn and one with dusk. I had to do a small detour because we forgot the rock hammer. So with the rock hammer I also brought a teleport to the house in case we actually need it. I don't really think so, but who knows. These grotesque guardians also have some uniques, but we're only going to do 1 kill, so might as well just do the kill and check out the rewards later. And let's just go for it. Let's drink our super defense, let's put on our run, and let's ring the cloister bell for a nice cutscene where we can see the gargoyles coming to life. We're putting out our prayers and we're pretty much going to fight both bosses at the same time, but as we cannot do damage to Dusk at this time, we're just going to try to get him stuck each time. And that was one of the orbs that we need to avoid, otherwise those freeze us in place. And that's down to half health. This means we can now kill Dusk or damage Dusk, so let's put on our Protect Family and avoid when he does that, and avoid everything that's coming to the floor here. And that's Dusk half health. And now we just need to avoid all of these orbs here. No, we didn't avoid that one. And now we're back to killing Dawn. Dawn is going to spit out some balls, and these spheres here we need to take, otherwise they will heal Dawn. So there we go, that's all 3. And now we go back to our spot and try to get as little damage as possible from Dusk. And there we go, there goes Dawn. Now back to switching. Now we get trapped, but we automatically can get out, so that's not an issue. And now we only have to kill Dusk here. He does a range attack, so let's go to ranged. And now he does a melee attack, so let's switch. We're back into the prison, let's just get out and attack him. And hit him with the rock hammer, and there we go. That's the first kill count for the grotesque guardians. We also get a ton of combat tasks, so let's see what we get. We also get a new collection log item, the granite dust, which is to make our cannonballs better. But let's see here. If we go to combat tasks, those 4 actually brought us up to 41, so we actually completed 2 tasks with this 1 kill. Let's see. Combat tasks for the grotesque guardians. We have 4 out of 15, so there's still a lot of combat tasks to get from here. Let's see. There's 1 to kill them 25 times, so that will be pretty easy. We got the mechanical one to not get any damage from Dusk's blinding attack. That's the one that flashes orange. We didn't get any damage from Dusk's prison attack at the end of the fight. We didn't get damage from all of the rockfall attacks. And we didn't let Dawn heal from her healing orbs. What did we miss? We could not get hit with a lightning attack, so that's the only damage we took from these special attacks in this fight. And then we need to kill them 50 times. Killing Dusk fast enough so he cannot use his prison attack twice. Just all of these hard tasks, which we barely missed with only 1 task we missed, but perfect grotesque guardians is definitely possible. And then speed task, at our level we did it in 544, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Killing them 10 times in the same instance with the same inventory, so I don't think that will be possible anytime soon. Killing them 5 times in a row whilst completing the perfect grotesque guardians task every time. If we could do this in multiple trips, I do think this would be possible. Then another speed one, 20 times without leaving the instance will also not be possible anytime soon. And then another speed run. So there's definitely a few more combat tasks possible here. But anyway, we completed our 6th boss. We have 1 kill count for grotesque guardians, and we can also finish a task for the combat tasks. So let's go back to our spreadsheet, finish those tasks on there, and let's pick 2 new chunks. Back to our spreadsheet. It took 10 days to get to the Slayer level we needed, but we killed our 6th boss. For our 18th boss task in total, the Grotesque Guardians 1 kill count has now been completed, and that brings us up to 198. And then if we go to our second task, we have a combat achievement task. The 40 combat tasks have been completed for a total of 8 tasks now in that category, and we're up to 199 chunks. One more until we reach 200. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was this one over here with the lobby to Trouble Brewing on Moslo Harmless. This doesn't change much. We still have the option to unlock 2 more of the chunks on Moslo Harmless. Let's hope we don't get anything over here. But let's hope for something useful. We have 2 possibilities to get something, and let's hope it's just something we can actually do, because lately we have been getting the worst chunks we can get. So let's pick our first chunk. Pick a chunk. Okay, some water to start it off with. That's a reroll. Pick a chunk. Ooh, finally we get Cairn Isle. Cairn Isle means that we have a new hunter spot here. We have a fairy ring to get here. We needed Cairn Isle for the diary that I'm sure of. I'm not sure if that's the only thing that we still need. And I do think this unlocks a quest. I'm not sure if it's Shiloh Village or anything else. There could be the Taibo One-Eye Trio, as the quest start is over here, but I'm not sure if we need the village itself for that. But either way, Cairn Isle is a very good chunk to unlock. Only one more until we have the full Karamjan Island. But anyway, we had 2 chunks to unlock, so let's see what our second will be. If we get the last Karamjan chunk, that would be great. But let's see. Let's pick a chunk. Okay, water, that was to be expected. Let's try that again. Pick a chunk. Ooh. And we get the Tree Gnome Village. The Tree Gnome Village is actually a quest here that we can start now. We would need to get here, and we also need the battlefield for this, so we will not be able to do the quest yet. All in all, not the worst chunk, as it sets us up for some really nice things, but currently we can't actually do anything with this chunk. With unlocking Cairn Isle, we now have the possibility to do Shiloh Village, and on the other hand, we should now also be able to do Taibo One-Eye Trio. We will just not be able to get the reward after the quest ends from all of the brothers here. But first off, let's start with the easy diary for the Karamjan region. So let's unlock the chunk, as we are going to use this fairy ring here to get to Cairn Isle immediately. Brings us nicely into the chunk. And now to go to Cairn Isle itself for our first task. And that an easy task completed just by going here. Then we can attempt to fish here. There we go. That's another easy task done. Then we can mine these rocks for some gold ore, and that's another task done. A bit further on we can use this rope swing to get to the moss giant island for another task. Along the beach we can find some seaweed here, but we need to pick up 5, so let's drop and go on. And if we pick it up for the 5th time, that's another easy task done. And then if we search these rocks we will find an entrance where you want to go in, and here we have some jokers, and killing the jokers is our last task that is now completed. We can now go and collect our reward. If we talk to Pirate Jackie the Fruit, we have a question about the achievement diary, because we finished all the easy tasks. And what do we get? We got the Karamja Gloves 1, which has 2 distinct features, which is one, if we wear the gloves we can charter all the boats over here on the island, so to Ardoyne, to Rimington and to Port Sarim, and this will then cost 15 coins instead of 30, but as we have to wear them that's not really that useful. And the other part, which is actually the more useful one of the two, is that if we sell to shops when we are wearing these gloves, then the shops will give us more coins, toggle or trading sticks for the items we give. And on the other hand, if we want to buy things from those shops it will cost less. So this is going to be very useful in the long run. That's it for the Karamja gloves, and then we also got an antique lamp. So let's put it on Herblore for 1000 Herblore experience. Only 2k away from another level. That is the easy diary for Karamja unlocked. Maybe let's check our medium diary, what we have to do over here. So here we still need Shiloh Village, we still need Jungle Potion as well, so the last chunk on the island, and all the rest except for Grand 3 quests we still need to do. So that's still a few quests we need to do before we can get the medium diary done. But anyway, let's go back to our spreadsheet, finish the task for the Karamja easy diary, and let's see which chunk we are going to get. A short task for once. Our 7th diary has been completed. The Karamja easy diary. And we are now at the magical 200 chunks unlocked on the account. We still need to unlock 323 though, so still a long way to go. And then back to our map. The last chunks we unlocked, as we unlocked 2 at once. The one was Cairn Isle, which made it possible to do the easy diary, so this was a great unlock. But there's pretty much nothing else around it except for the last Karamjan chunk. On the other hand, we opened the 3 Gnome Village, which now gives us the possibility to go to the other part of Yanel, which has a fairy ring, so we would be able to get here. And that's about it. The observatory and the battlefield were already unlockable. In general, pretty much everything in this vicinity would be a great unlock. The battlefield would give us the option to do the 3 Gnome village quest. The monastery would give us the clock tower quests together with the monk's friend, and I think even the quest over here. I think it's Hazil's cult. But anyway, we have to listen to the chunk picker, of course. Let's see what the chunk picker will pick for us. Pick a chunk. Okay. Our wilderness adventure, or adventurous path, is now complete. We have our very own route from the Dark Warriors Fortress up to the bandit camp, up to the lava maze, around the lava maze, the lava dragon isle, onto the demonic ruins, to the fountain of ruin, and then to the wilderness volcano. It's amazing that we actually did unlock all of these chunks in such a succession without any of the other chunks which would give us access from another side. For the chunk itself, there's really nothing here to do. This is used for making the wilderness shields, which we are very far off. And on the other hand, there is a master clue step and an elite clue step, I think, on the bridge itself. But that's just things we will be doing in the very distant future. So for now, this is not a good chunk, I'd say, but pretty funny how our path in the wilderness ended here. That's going to be all for this episode. We were finally able to kill the grotesque guardians after grinding for a long time to get the Slayer level, and we got the combat achievements as a bonus. Next week we will continue unlocking some more of the landmass. So as always, have a good one and see you next week.